Good morning, this is Jolene with AJeweldDesign, and it's Happy Thursday. So, alright, second video of the week. Last Tuesday was, Tuesday was definitely a new reveal after missing a week. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. That was the retro Sweet Treats journal collection. So we had the pages, the papers, we had fussy cuts and ephemera, right, to make a gorgeous, fun, bright colored recipe book. Sweet treat memories, baking ordeals. This is very sweet, definitely sweet. It was collaborated with vintage, sorry about that, it's the other heater, I can't win. It was collaborated with the vintage paper girl. She really wanted to see not so much the cooking end of it, but wanted to see the treats, all the sweets, all the fun things that we all love, and we all gravitate to, right? The cupcakes, the donuts, the teas, the coffees, the baked goods. And so that was a lot of fun, and so I'm hoping you guys enjoyed that video. And so today I want to take it to one more step and do, I should say, happy sticker, planner sticker kit set. So took all the favorite elements and of course shrunk it down to fit a classic happy planner. It works in a classic happy planner, it works in a classic dashboard, and if you don't mind the bigger pieces, it even works in a mini, right? When some people will use the bigger pieces in a mini to really fill up space. So plenty of room to play with, right? So today I'm going to show you the pages, and then I'm going to pause for a sec, and I'm going to cut them all out, and we're going to play with the spread. Because I feel that this is sort of leans for me personally into like June. It's great for either Valentine's time when you like to bake. It's great for Mother's Day. It's great for even Christmas time, not color-wise, but the feel of it, right? There's certain times of the year we all bake together as a family and we create those memories. And for me, we sort of, even though before it gets too hot, when the kids are first out of school, they're home, right? So we're making breakfast and we're baking goodies and they want cookies and they want cupcakes, but they want to help, and so they want to create those memories with me. And so I think we're going to do the first week of June, or second week of June technically, when they're first week out of on summer. I'm going to do a quick possible layout scenario with you guys with these pieces, but I have to cut them out, right, to use them, because they are for me, because they're printable sticker sheets that you guys can print on your own decor. I print them up on 8.5 by 11 sheets of sticker paper that are 5.5 by 11. Right? 5.5 by 8.5? 5.5 by 8.5. I'm like, wait, let me think of this concept. So they're a little under 5.5 by 8.5 sections. And so I can just perforate them apart. And then I have small sets that I can then hole punch and hang like any other Happy Planner stickers. And I have a whole hoard of them, right? So, over the years, as I've done stuff for Christmas, I've done stuff for, a number of my things. I have botanical, I have floral, I have cottontail, I have leftover shabby Christmas, and I think I'm finally out of my winter ones. All my snowman winters I think I'm finally out of. But I have floral. So I hole punched them, put them on a ring, and I hang them so I can always see them. And these will end up the same way with whatever's left over from the spread. So it's always fun. So I print them out this way, but you can print them on any sticker paper, clear or white. These happen to be white this time around, which I'm a little bummed because I realized these probably would be cuter on clear. So I'll have to debate if when we're planning it out, if that's what I really need to do. But there are 3 full sheets, 8.5 by 11 sheets for you to work with, and I do not remember which ones are which, except I believe those 2 are side by side. Let's see, can I remember? No. I think this page is with, I don't know, I don't remember. But anyway, I'm like, those 2 probably go together, and I think these 2 go together. Something like that, right? But you have long verticals or long horizontals that work both in your dashboard mini area. You have cute checklists, little to-do lists, so you can put to-dos or your little list. Always washies and washi bands of different widths. We have some hexagons, which are fun to play, especially being retro. We have a lot of geometric shapes in this. You have these larger ones that are great for the classic dashboards when you have that sort of area to the left where you're like, all right, I need to be able to cluster around it, in it, corner it, whatever. And these are also great for, even in a horizontal vertical, not horizontal, in a classic vertical, they're great for like your weekend area, where you can put it over, most of Saturday and Sunday's morning section and cluster out of that, which I think we're going to do this round too. These fit perfectly, or just about, in the vertical squares. So if you want to do different, you know, fillers for patterns and then layer over with any squares, circles. You have longer to-do lists for your note areas, some just plain ones to help layer up on. Again, more washies for all the different, you know, from single days to double to all down the whole side, which is great with the 8.5 by 8.5 length. You get a really good section. And if you needed to, you could even cut them in half and have really thin strips for both sides. So if you're a happy planner or a planner of any sort, you sort of know how these work, you know how to layer them up. If you're not a happy planner person, and that's okay, these are also, though, still really great if you put them on cardstock. Great smaller ephemera pieces to the retro kit. I have a lot of planner journal ladies who will buy these, print them up on cardstock, or they're thicker, like high bright white paper, and use them as just another layering of ephemera. You know, they use them as embellishments, they use them as mini ephemera, and use them to decorate their pieces for their journal. So it goes both ways. And with the extra set of fussy cuts and sayings, you know, it works in both areas also. So I sort of made sure that when I did this side, you had the two sizes, right? You had sort of big and little on most of them. Smaller, bigger, smaller, you know, all of that, right? So I think the two cups are the cups are the only things I didn't make like different sizes. They're a cute little thing to help layer up with today. So really stoked about these, but these are retro sweet kit planner stickers, 3 full pages that can, you know, break out to 6 if you have the half sheet label papers. They're 2 up. They're great if you do a lot of labeling and a lot of shipping labels for Etsy. These are great because 1/2 is your receipt and 1/2 is your sticker label. And so in this case, you get to use the same paper and have both sides printed on that you're actually going to use, right? Woohoo! I love it. So, okay, so I'm going to go cut these all out, and we're going to come back, and we're going to do a little journal with me planner style. We're going to do a little planning with me today. Sort of change up the gears a little bit. And, but this retro theme is going to continue on. I'm hoping to show you off another retro kit next week, and some plan with me on that one. And then the cooking will be done, right? I think I'll be done with the baking for a while, and we'll get back to the botanicals. So to hang out there with me, you know, keep checking in. I promise we are going to get back to the botanical stuff. We have scrappy ephemera to work on. You know, we still have a cover to work on for the botanical. I have a whole nother kit I'm going to be working on, so we're going to be showing that off. So we have a lot of fun stuff going into April. I'm going to try to take a week off in March, but there's still, you know, there'll still be videos. There's still going to be stuff being created and released to you guys, so hang in there, and I will be back in just a few minutes. All right, welcome back, Jolene at AJeweldDesign. So I got all the pieces cut out. I know it doesn't look like it, but I promise. So they're all in a little baggie here so I don't lose them, because usually, you know, I just hole punch them and I leave them up on the rings and I cut them out as I go, but I really wanted to show you guys all the fun opportunities, because I haven't decided yet either which way I want to do this. I think we're going to just sort of, these are all the fussy cuts. Oh gosh, all the little pieces that were sitting by themselves, the flowers, the cakes, the coffee mugs, okay? And then all the washi tapes, and I was working on another project which has a similar feel, and I ended up with these brown strips, but they're not on sticker paper, but they might be some fun pieces to go behind stuff, right? But all the words and all the hexagons, I mean, I cut everything out so that we can sit here and work on clusters and collages and see what we like best. And then I can go back and decide, like, which one I liked best. Sometimes I can lay it out. Let me take a picture. Let me change it around. Let me take a picture. Now, normally for happy planners and planners, some of us are really great and we will go with the flow, and whatever we put down, we will stick with, right? Because we have no choice. It's sticky paper. And you sort of stuck with it. But normally, you know, some of us have really great gut responses and are beautiful. I mean, they can just lay it down and it works and it's all great. And then there's the rest of us who second guess everything. I'm one of those. And I'm afraid to put it there. What if I find something else? What if I don't like this? What if something's better? Oh my gosh. So I have learned the wax paper trick, which normally, if these were happy planner stickers out of the booklet, I'd have a wax piece of paper down so I could still see my layout, and I could cluster and undo and redo and decide to where I wanted it And then once I figured out a majority of it, I could then stick it down and be happy with it, right? Now these are on sticker paper, sticker label sheets, I should say, or sticker paper. So they're perfectly cut out, so I can lay this out however I want, and then when we got it the way I want it, then I can undo the sticker and put it back down and hope that I don't lose the layering too much, right? There's always that. Or once I think I've got it, we'll put it on wax paper to make sure. But I did want to show you. So we are possibly looking at the vertical classic planner layout. This is about 2 years old. But I had sheets left over when I changed gears at sort of an unknown time. I stopped in March, and in April started the new dashboard layout right as COVID hit. So I had some months left over in the 18-month planner, or the July to June planner from before, which in this case works beautifully because they're nice bright colors. This was the closest week I could find, so I whited out the numbers and then rewrote in the week that I think is in question, which is the first week of their summer break. And I said I do want to work on this, and I will probably have to glue 2 pages together and put this in my work planner as is. Because right now I'm working in a note. I'm actually using a Happy Notes pages. I'm using just a dotted grid page day in and day out, and I've been creating my own like dividers, and I'm using square plans calendars, and then I'm decorating them up, and and I've been creating my pages as I like it. I'm going from dashboard to horizontal to vertical, and I'm just using the grid layout and deciding each week what I want. I could not decide on one thing or the other. And my work schedule changes. It changes on what I'm doing that week and what kind of layout I want. So I have not been using an honest-to-God planner. I've been doing printouts and printables and all kinds of stuff. So this one I'll probably just glue it in, back to back for the week prior and the next week, and we will use it that week. Won't that be fun? So, like I said, but then I got to commit. So I haven't decided which way I want to do this. Though there are those ladies out there, which is where I was going with this. So sorry, and I'll try to keep this as quickly as possible, but there are ladies out there who love to either cover everything of the calendar, but the fill up all the page minus these lines with scrapbook paper, with printouts. I've seen that go on. I've seen a lot of ladies who will take all these fussy cuts, as we call them, or stickers, and they collage them, right? So we've got baked goods and donuts all the way around. So if this Happy Planner sticker kit does not have enough fussy cuts for you, enough rounds, enough halogons, enough whatever got going on, right? Which there's not a whole lot. There's not enough to fill this whole page. I can tell you that right now. There's a lot of flowers because I felt we needed that feminine touch. But there's not enough pieces to come close. Like, I think we could sort of like cover the bottom, like up the note page with enough stuff, maybe. I'm trying right now, right? Can you see that? See, that's the fun part. They're all cut out. I don't even have to like stress about them like sticking and not coming up. Put another flower over here. Like, we could layer this up and it might cover one side. Like, it might cover the note area if I did this right. Right. Okay. Like, I could totally cover up the note section with all of these fussy cuts. All of these stickers, right? All the little individuals. But there are ladies out there who like to cover everything. We'll do all the borders, do the top, and lay in their dates, lay in their days, and use just the middle to do their work. So, if you're one of those ladies who need that, I do have in my Retro Sweet Treat collection, there is a Retro Sweet Kit. He called it a Sweet Kit, a Sweet Treat Kit. In the Retro Sweet Treats, and I'll put in the link, there is 7 pages of fussy die-cut sticker sheets. And it has every set, like, we use a couple of digitals from every set of retro goodies that I found. And so even though I only used, like, a couple of these guys in the journal kit, this was everything that came in that kit that we found. And so I went ahead and made pages of every one of the sets, from small, like 1-inch pieces all the way up to these larger ones for every set we found. This is a set, right? And so I made them this big. I made them like half, maybe 3/4 size, and down to like 1-inch squares. So there's a page full, like 47 pieces of these cute little square cake cuts. There's these 4 pie slice, cake slice ones that are really big, like this size, bigger and smaller. Same for these guys. Everything that we used But there's 7 pages of this. There's these guys, there's this guys, 7 different pages of fussy die cut stickers, along with the clusters that were originally in the Retro Sweet Treat journal kit that you could purchase. And those 7 pages are on their own. You can purchase them if you really wanted to print them on sticker paper, label paper, vellum, clear paper, clear sticky paper. And you could really work out any Sweet Treat journal page planner page you ever wanted, right? So these are available. I will list them along with the planner stickers in the video if you decide you want more, because there's like donut day and there's cake day and there's all these national things, right, where a number of these have to come up. And at any point, hopefully in some of these squad challenges, we're going to see donut day week, right? Or we're going to see treat week, or we're going to see coffee, it's coffee day or whatever. So there is a whole set of these that look much more organized than this in my Etsy shop. Okay. But today I'm just going to stick with what comes in the planner sticker set, minus these little chocolates. And there's my coffee. It's just one of those days it's been cold and I still need coffee. So let's get going. But that's cute, right? So this was what I was showing you. I guess today was a day of showing you the possibilities. Put it off to the side. I did sort of tape down my sheet so it doesn't go off camera. Everything else may come off camera, but that won't come off camera, right? Are we doing okay? Ooh, you dropped down already. Okay, so I'm going to adjust you. Hold on. So sorry. This thing moves a lot. So I'm going to move you a little high up, hoping if it shifts a little bit more, you're still on camera. I'm glad I caught that now before I started working on it. Wouldn't that be dad? Because I do work right here anyway, but I'm learning to move everything up so that you guys don't go like, halfway down here. But I did tape this down, so hopefully it won't move and we'll be good. Okay, so there's one possibility. If you're not a note person, I'm not one who likes having notes. That notes section never worked for me. There's another reason why I went to my own paper. I went to the notes gridded paper, because I could use the whole sheet. Like my notes are either part of the dashboard on this side, or I'm using the bottom section here because I got Monday through Thursday, and then it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then I have my notes in a different place. Me personally. Now, I used this, I learned to use it, but it was never my favorite thing. So that's me personally. So, okay, we have the ability to cluster all your goodies on one side and rely on anything that's in your pages, right? So we could leave that there. And then these are the ones I said that fit. They're a little tall, which is okay. So you can have them overlap down a little bit. I remember when it was a big deal when you would do like a vertical, you would do like a, oh my gosh, of course I cut all the pieces out, so now I can't find anything. When it was a big deal to do like the diagonal design. I know we've gotten away from it already in the year. It's amazing how those that I watch have changed so much in how we do things. We don't do like the old school stuff that much. We've gotten to, a lot of the ladies I watch cluster things, which I will show you how we can do that too. Oh my gosh, there's like all kinds of things we can do. So maybe like, okay, even if we went across the board, but then you sort of lose that, huh? Oh, what fun, what fun, what fun. I've seen a lot of ladies who will do every other, whoops, where did it go? Like opposite of their things. Maybe we have a checklist down here, but it matches that. This one could go up there, even though that one's there. What fun we can do. Where's my other ones? This is the downside. Everything's off to the side. Of course, you can't see it, which is okay, but... Alright, so that one goes with that one. That goes with that one. But that could be almost something where it's opposite, where it's like, that's there, checklist is there, that's up, that's down. Who knows? That's a hard part. Everything has 50 million options. And I have to have patterns. I have to have some sense of, like, reasoning behind it. Like, if I do it here, there's got to be something here. Like, it's got to balance and or color-wise. Like, it has to have, an other side. I am terrible about that. Okay, so, but like to fill space if nothing was going on. You bake me crazy. Then remember at one point we were talking about how these fit both dashboard, but they also fit, like if your weekends are pretty quiet, or this is like a work-based ordeal, you could bring this down here, if you didn't mind. I don't mind going beyond the lines and using up the whole space. You could totally off-center it so it fills into that way. You You could keep it right in the squares and then just use up here. You could white this out and have your two like to-dos right there. You could decide exactly what you wanted. That one's really long. This is gonna be a great. This will be a great note piece. This one fits nicely down the side when we want to. Both of those will. If you have a long day, maybe we don't like this, and we're gonna do this, and maybe we're gonna put a little. I didn't cut that super good, but we have a little header to that one. Maybe take that one out, right? So maybe I have a long day of things going on Wednesday, and maybe it's just a small thing on Tuesday and Thursday, or these are just generic because they're on the bottom. This could be our fun, like, weekend adventures going on here. I think I have a small, I like you a latte. What is my I like you a latte? It's attached to something. I left that attached to the, there it is. So, we could do it like this. Maybe we don't, maybe to hide the fact that there is a I like you a latte for the weekend, and you've got the card up above. Now, if I use these, I'm going to definitely, right now, sort of kiss cut it to where I surprisingly went back and cut those extremely tight. I wasn't sure if I was going to, but I knew if I didn't, like, I wouldn't be able to see that. I wouldn't be able to get that feel for this. But this one, I will probably cut a lot closer to the lettering because it's in white. You know, I don't know if I want too much to show of it. So, but look, I like you a latte, and you have the square. So you've got the room for your to-dos where I'd white this. I like my Saturdays and Sundays a little bit more coherent, so I may white out the gray. I would white out the gray with the number 10 jelly roll. So that had its purpose there. So there's one set. It's a little heavy over here still, I see. I feel like we're really light over here. So maybe we now do, that's really blue. And I do have some very blue pieces, as you can tell. Where maybe I need to I'd rearrange this a little bit because, you know, we have some things on top of each other. But I don't know about the blue. But we have the purple. Maybe need a little more green. Where's my green one? So we have, that's green on green. Right? It's all about balance, too. But I have washies. Like, oh my gosh, all my washies. Where's the other one? I have a long green one I want to use maybe. So maybe we do, maybe I really want the weekend to be its own entity a little bit. So maybe we clean up that line, we overlap them a little bit, we get the I love you a latte down here to sort of make it feel like its own thing, And then I have a hexagon here. We can maybe even bounce off that because we have something here, so maybe we need something here. And I have circles, and I have these. Now these I cut out. If you are a journaler and a happy planner, or maybe you're just a happy planner, who knows? All these circles that were in this kit punch beautifully inside a 1-inch circle hole punch that you can get from Michael's. You can get from, these are, who makes these? EK. So EK, you can find on Amazon, and they have really nice circle hole punches and all kinds of other shapes. And so normally I try now to make sure my circles can be hole punched with a 1 or the 1.5 because it's so much easier to stick this in and cut these out than try to hand cut with scissors. I'm really bad at it. I did really good with the donuts, but that was maybe a longer pull, and I got a clean roundness with it, but I can't do circles. I don't know why. Who would thunk? So, okay. But heads up, I want to let you know, those do come, you know. So maybe we do a little bit of this where we connect these two, where we've got teal from here. We have the, you know, pink overlapping a little bit. Maybe there's something going on Friday that leads preps for the weekend or leads to the weekend. So there you go. I mean, like a few pieces, and I have potential. I have room for more to-dos or appointments, whatever. I have plain up here. You know, maybe if we want to overlap, maybe there's a to-do list for those 2 days, but there's something else still going on. Where's another one? That is teal again. We'll see teal on teal. So maybe the pink goes over there. Sometimes I don't like having the same exact color because you want that contrast. It's fun sometimes. Oh, that's more blue. Ooh, well, that could be fun. It's a little off. I mean, me personally, I like that contrast. Not so sure about that contrast. So maybe we do the pink over here. I know it's a lot of pink on top. But maybe it's one of those things where I'm like, yeah, I need Thursday, Friday, more Friday, Saturday. right? So you can keep layering with plenty of room to spare, you know, or it was like a no, you know, I like the hexagons on this side, so we're going to bounce, you know, that off this and keep going. Maybe it's we need another circle over there. Let's see what else we have for circles. And maybe there's a quick appointment that day that we have to deal with, and maybe we're going to do something like that. Who knows? The potential for all of this is like mind-boggling long. But okay, so there's one massive possibility. One of many possibilities. Okay, and I didn't even like, maybe I cut this a little tighter and it's don't ever let me go, and it overlaps there because you got bake me crazy over here. Like you a latte. You are all decked out, right? Okay, so there's one. Screenshot it. Or go back and visit me again later. Rewatch my video as much as you want. If any of this you loved, go back, of course, and watch it because you now know exactly what pieces I used and how I came about it, right? Okay. So let me organize just a smidge while we're doing this because I feel like I will not be able to quickly show you all the possibilities if I can't find my pieces. Is that crazy or what? But that is me. I'm so weird. Ask my daughters. I just have the hardest times with things, and it's like, oh my gosh, if I'm not organized, I could be sitting here for a month of Sundays, and no one wants that. No one wants. Okay, there's my hexagons. There's my this. My words are up there. All my washies are on the whoops, but I'm all on the same side. There's my circles. I can't help you guys with all different possible layouts if I can't see what I have, right? That's the problem why we don't usually cut all this stuff out. That's why Happy Planner has it, of course, not in tiny little, you know, pieces. It's why we have it. They make sure they give it to us in much bigger pieces. Okay, so there we go. A little more organized. Woohoo! All right, so let's see, what else? What else can we do? Lots of possibilities, right? I will show you a possible cluster variation that I've been seeing a lot lately. Which still uses all these pieces, which is great. Okay, so this is great for fill-in. There's plenty of it, and it will work well in the cluster issue. So, oh my gosh, right? Bye-bye. Okay. Now, here's the other thing. I guess we could decide then maybe we use smaller pieces. You know, another possibility is to keep some of it clustered in the corners, right? And we use the little pieces across the bottom or put the bigger pieces in the corner and work our way across. We could still, you know, use the clusters, use the space. Everybody does this differently, you know, whether or not we have to, you know, go all the way across and hole punch it out. We need more floral. Always need more floral. I love the fact that there was cute flower, the cutest floral on the cupcakes, and I had to like bring it in. I had to like totally make this worthwhile. Okay, so we want to keep to sort of the clustering of the items. We could go all across the bottom now, right? Sort of do this. I have a cluster left, so if you wanted to cover the June up and put the word June on top of it differently, we could do that, all right? There's always that possibility. But right now, I don't know if we want to do that. Maybe this week is a big deal, and maybe Monday, Wednesday, and oh, these are upside down. I know, and these are not perfectly cut. Sorry, I know it's remove some of the spots, but my hand was hurting. I got a new pair of scissors, and oh my gosh. So maybe Wednesday, Friday are my creative days, and I'm going to indicate those with the greenery, right? We know for sure that I'm going to do that, so I'm going to sort of work a little bit of that. And I know that weekend is maybe we're actually going to go on vacation that weekend, haha. And so maybe I still want like a little bit of a idea of what's going on up here, because you know, it could be a start of something major. I don't think I want to do that. All right, so I may still want to make that like a focal point, and we could still totally cluster top or bottom, underneath or on top with these things. So maybe I'm still clustering a little bit. We'll see if all these clusters stay down below or I pull them. And let's see, what if we want a little more I don't know if we have one that's the right direction. So maybe like, yeah, maybe we cluster this just a little bit more. We make a little bit more of it. That circle one's sort of fun, huh? let's see, what if we, maybe we cluster it like that, right? Little on the bottom, little on the top, because this is maybe it's a big weekend. Maybe we're finally going to we get to go camping, and we need to maybe it's a weekend before and we're prepping for it. Okay, so we have got that. But that means there's to-dos and excitements the rest of the week. Now, this does blend right into it, so if I needed a long to-do list this week, I hate to lose it, but at the same time, it does blend nicely into that. So you have a full list there. You could trim the top off a little bit if you didn't want to lose the June, or maybe we just totally go, no, that June is just not necessary. I'm going to clean up that border a little bit. We're going to cover it up completely, and June is going elsewhere in my spread, or I'm going to put June in a different way. I do that all the time. I put June elsewhere. I put it in a circle, a square, or even let's do this. Say we don't really want to lose the emphasis, but we're going to write June in there, but we have this long little quick to-do list or appointments or something going on here. We have a more defined, and it's close in color. Okay, so we've got that going now. We can decide that maybe, now these I normally use more for my mini dashboards or even the other dashboard. These work well. I just feel like we have two big pieces, so I probably wouldn't use those this time around. Okay, but I do feel like I need a cluster up here of things that are going on. And I want I got another to-do list. That's nice and horizontal. I want to do, let's get some more teal maybe. So maybe I'm gonna do that. Now this is where normally you would need all these fussies to sort of offset things, but maybe I know that Wednesday's gonna be a tough morning, even with a long day to do, and so I'm gonna put the don't ever let me go, because I know that's gonna be our treat for the day. Now you can cut these up. I put them together because I thought they were cute, but we can totally cut this up in any way we like. I may decide that, I can always put this back together later. It's not like it's a big deal. But let's say Wednesday's donut day, but it was a crazy Wednesday and I am barely functioning by Friday morning, knowing what's coming. Sorry, I'm probably cutting completely off camera. So maybe Friday morning, though it's a busy day, I may want to start off with, and I'm really wishing I had these in clear, but I may have to do that for when I actually decide to get closer to the month. All this stuff, of course, I'm going to put with this weekly planner, and I'm going to put it in my book, and I'm going to keep it together so as we get closer to that week, I'm definitely going to be using it. But right now, I can't commit. I am the worst at that. But at least I have a plan of attack, and it'll be interesting to see. I'll have to show you guys come June, I guess, what I actually stuck with, right? Okay, so I like you a latte. So what if I cut this in half, and I go, I like you a latte. And really, even better would be to put this in between. Oh, look at that. Okay, so I like you a latte for Friday morning because Wednesday and Thursday were crazy busy, and I know what's coming up, and it's just going to be a coffee break. I know it's a coffee break. I can even change this up and go, okay, I like you a latte, but I have my to-do list of things that need to get done underneath here, right? This is going to be my list of work and whatever I need to get done that week, which is sort of the same concept over here, I think. I don't know. I sort of want to cluster, but I don't know if I want to keep, make these sort of my headers to my work week, once I know I have it, where I'm going to put my list of what I got done and what I didn't get done. So maybe we'll do them like that. They will be my little headers that would start off my list of things done that week, or that day, not even a week, that day. What did I get done that day? What else do we want? So this is where I would want to pull up some goodies, and this is where I may lose some of this down here, but I would want to overlap there, and maybe, well, the donut has to go up here, right? It's sort of part of this whole shindig. So we're going to cluster a little bit up here. So that would be my cluster for the beginning of the week. And my little saying. Okay, you've got your square, and I can make that perfectly up in that corner, or you can make it completely off center. Totally up to you. And we're getting better at not staying within the lines, even though we have the lines. Like, we're learning to go, hey, it's okay to work outside the lines, overlap them, rework them, who cares, it's all right. So maybe we'll put these two together still. Like, I'm still wanting to look like it's across the board on the bottom, but maybe not perfectly across the board. There we go. Okay, so all those little things that may or may not work. Now, even though this weekend is busy, I still feel like, so that's where we decide, like, if I cluster up there, but I have this here, we definitely need more down here. Like, I need another ordeal. So maybe we have something that's a little, an offshoot of it. We do a little cluster down here that maybe blends these guys together. Maybe it's not in that one corner. So I've got that there. Maybe I treat this like, you know, piece of paper washi. Hold on one sec. Let me get this stuff trimmed down a little bit so we can actually see its potential. I didn't quite cut everything up. So maybe this is more like an offshoot washi paper instead of, you know, what it is. Let's see, what else? Yeah, I feel like it definitely needs to have like a grouping off the bottom or top. Like, we're gonna sort of connect these guys this way. So this is sort of like, it is a very big collage down this bottom, by doing like the things across the bottom and the cluster on the top. But it sort of helps at the same time because you want balance in the week a little bit. Sometimes. Some people don't like balance at all. Some people are like, I don't need balance. I just want to love it. You've got this for this cluster here. You've got this up here, which does lead to this. But, you know, maybe those aren't needed. Like, it's just like you a latte and don't ever let me go. It does leave it really open on the bottom, though. Now, doing this, though, I realized that my to-do list is definitely in the way. So, you know, just doing that alone makes me think, okay, well, what's going on? And maybe I need to be working on Thursday, not Friday. And definitely still do the coffee Friday morning, because now I'm prepping for the weekend. Maybe this is all the packing list and the to-dos I have to get done, and the packing list I need before we leave for the weekend. Maybe up here is going to say, you know, weekend reservations. Who knows, right? So, you know, could even just have a little something important up in the top. I almost want to like collage something down here because I have that up there because I can't help myself, right? So there's that possibility. Totally, who knows? Everything has a possibility. Nothing is without, right? Oh my gosh, the possibilities. All depends what you need. You know, hopefully there's enough of everything that you have enough and it all gowns together. Hopefully you got, you know, a little bit of everything. And like there's more sizes. You like bigger wording. You like smaller wording. Isn't this cute? You are beautiful. And has a little teacup on the side, which you can cut it out and make it closer or farther apart. Totally up to you. And then I did it really big too, so that you could have it just anywhere you wanted it. All right, so there's that possibility if that was, say, a very busy weekend, right? So we went crazy there. All right, everybody absorb. Everybody's taking a screenshot. Everybody knows to come back to this time period to look at this one. Okay, so that's two possibilities. I said the possibilities are endless. It all depends on what you need, what you want to accomplish. If you just are decoring it, or whether you're, you know, actually trying to use it. I don't know. I try to do a little bit of both. I really want to make sure it's not just decorative because, at least for my bigger pieces, there are days where I don't decorate my mini house one for the kids and us ever. Last week was one of those weeks. I did not decorate it. Or 2 weeks ago, I did not decorate it at all. I just wrote in it. I think I finally, because I received a sophisticated floral packet from Happy Planner, that I finally put like a saying here and there and some black and white flowers, and like I kept it really simple because I just didn't have the energy at the time. I was like, I just need to write down this appointment, that appointment. What did I do, not do? Like, is there anything going on with the kids? Nope, we're good, okay. Which at this point we're still, I think, almost, I don't know whether the school's officially decided or not, whether they're going back to school hybrid. Either way, they're not in school right here. That does not change. Okay, so there's that. So the original thought on this one was to start that way. It was to try some kind of cute, decorative patterned vertical thing. I've done it before where you go up here, you go here, you go here. I'm missing one. Oh, there it is. Go back up, but we are short a fourth one. I have squares and I have to-do lists, so maybe it's, now you can either go here and here, which I've done that, or I stop 3 here and I go where I go 3 up and then I cluster the bottom. So these two could be to-do lists, right? Put the pink one over here, put the blue one over here. So they still had a purpose, or I can put the words in there, either one. And that's actually where I could put, I love that donut one. Like You Bake Me Crazy, because that's pretty much where you are by Wednesday hump day. You are just like, I'm done. We have our Friday, you know, I trimmed that out and we'd have a Don't Ever Let Me Go. Where now I'm going to get really punny and I'm going to put the graphic with the thing. You Bake Me Crazy, so I'm not going to want, I loved, you know, this one with it too. Maybe it is a, you know, it's a crazy cupcake or crazy slice of cake day. We're just like, nope, yep, let's do that. All right, okay, so we got the basic there. Really cute, works really well, right? That's another sort of, I remember doing a lot of this layout in my first year of official full year of planner. This was one of my favorite sort of breakups, and then would fill in, you know, writing whatever I needed to do. Where maybe that's where these, let's see, let's balance this out. Maybe I'm doing that one there. Maybe that one, let's do, well, I only have 2 teal, 2 blue, and 1 green. I may need another green. I'll go teal, 1 up there. With that case, then I probably want to do the pink one here. Okay, so maybe I do that where, you know, something important, something of interest, again, balancing it out. Then my weekends. And so I always was one that I felt my weekends needed to be very different from everything else. I don't know why. Now you do one of 2 things. Maybe the Friday is part of your weekend, so you could always do something like this, where it's you know all 3 days are connected. You could, and in this case, we could even do it this way, where, you know, Friday becomes, this is your whole, like you have a whole weekend plan, right? Maybe you need a to-do list still over here of what's going on, which then would lead to the fun aspect of, let's see, what else we want to do? Cookies and cake and goodies. Like we could totally, I didn't flip that one around, did I? Maybe we do a little bit of collage work here, right? I don't want to get in the way of it, but maybe it's, right, pull some yellows and blues from that. I sort of feel like it needs a washi up there. We do have a lot of blues and teals still. Hope you can hear me. I'm starting to talk low, and I'm not so sorry. But I'm designing. This is the part where we're sort of like, I can't, we're thinking it through. But I could, do something like that. This would be a little simpler where your to-do lists have your borders. You have definitely a lot of room to decor, but you're keeping it a lot simpler. So this one is always, if you had to have something over here, maybe at least make it fun or exciting, depending how you feel about it. Right? So there's a simpler, keep it open, give you some places to work with, but still put some color and decoration on it. It definitely means you have plenty of leftover. Oh my goodness, right? But, okay, so we have this really long piece of pink, which I could either cut it in half and just have we used to do it, I think, here to here. And then, yeah, you could almost do it to where I could cut it, where it only fit here, and then it would be underneath here, almost up to the thing. I think it cuts like short hair. So it just depends, you know. Oh no, that was my other thought. You actually cut it in half. Do it thin. You can go right down the middle of the two dark lines, all the way down the thing. I'm off camera, sorry. All the way down the middle, and then you could have it from one end to the other because you do have two sections of this. So it covers both ends. You have a little bit of a border down here to give it some oomph, right? A little decor down there, or put it up above if you really wanted more of a, you know, I don't know, border top and bottom. The green one does the same way. We get the red and the green. But in this case, we stuck more to the pink and teal, a little bit of yellow. And so that one, of course, would not go as much this time around. Or keep it simple. I mean, we got the pale dots. Again, cut it in half to give you two strips to sort of balance out down the middle. I've done that before. I go from middle out and just sort of pull from the middle to the sides. So there's another possibility, right? Because let's see if we blocked the silly sticker. I know. You know, we just put it down the middle, and I fixed this, and I made it all pretty, and I put the donuts in there, you know, where the word go sort of looped into it. That'd be sort of cute. Okay, layout possible number 3. It really just depends what you do with your planners. If you need it really simple and very organized, whether you want it big in clusters and busy, which we saw too, that we've slowly worked our way down to less and less as I've done the layouts. But I hope these give you some great ideas of how to use this. There's plenty of pieces, as you can see. With the 3, there's more than enough to go really crazy to very mild, and with leftovers. So you can do Cake Week, National Cake Week, National Donut Day, National Sweet Treats, National Pie Day, National Cake Day. They're all out there. We know they are. But I appreciate you joining me today in this Happy Planner journal with me. With my newest Retro Sweet Treats planner sticker set. The link is down below. And for those of you who are like massive into this type of thing, when you bake, you bake all the time, maybe that's your job, your caterer, or you just like having these fun elements at any given point of your day. Not good for a health journal, except for what not to eat. Maybe you don't mind looking at it, but you know you're not supposed to eat it. I don't know. Reverse psychology, right? But then I've also linked, like I said, the 7 Fussy die cut sticker sheets that go with the retro journal kit, which can also be used on this beautifully because there's so many sizes to where you could cluster a big old cupcake here and squares and rectangles and triangles behind it, and you know, really have some fun with these colors, for they are nice and bright. They're gorgeous in the teal and the pinks. There's the blue and the yellow and the green, and there's cherries and there's roses and there's, you know, cupcakes and there's pie slices. There's everything. It's all here. Whether you go more blue or more teal, pink is always lovely. And I really appreciate you joining along, and I hope you enjoy this. So next week, we have one more retro thing coming. A little more shabby, a little more pale, but that will be a reveal and journal with me in one next week. I think we're just going to do one thing next Thursday. Sort of the same ordeal like we did today, where I'm showing off a new kit and what its potential is. So I hope you'll join me again next week. Thank you for showing up this week and been following me. If you subscribed to me already, thank you so much. And returning, if you haven't, you came across me by accident, I hope you will subscribe and keep watching as I grow and as I continue to reveal to you what I've been doing in the digital world with my Etsy shop, and those occasional moments where I actually get to create things by hand, and you'll join me in that journey. So thank you for joining me with AJeweldDesign, and I will speak to you guys next week. Have a great week.